Okay, so this question asks us to find the perimeter of the shape, so the length all around the outside of this shape. Now, the first thing we notice is that those sides that I'm marking in red ink are all part of the perimeter, and they're all 12.8 centimeters. So straight away we can add together all of those 12.8 lengths. And we do that just by doing 5 times 12.8. But we have 5 other lengths in the perimeter. Now I'm going to mark these in the same color. They're all blue. I'm going to mark them all blue. And there's 5 of them. So it's 5 times, and we'll call it L. Now our job is to find out what L is. Well, if we look at the green line and the yellow line, if I know those lengths, I can find L by subtracting the longer one, subtracting the shorter one from the longer one. So we have to find out what those short and long sides of the triangle are. We are going to use SOHCAHTOA to do this. If we're trying to find the adjacent side to 72 degrees, we are going to use tan because we know what the opposite side is. We get tan of 72 equals O over A, which is 12.8 over A. Now when our unknown is in the denominator, we can just swap tan 72 with A to find out the length. 4.16 roughly. But it's important that we've written down how we found that number because we need the exact answer later. Now to find H, we're going to use sine, because sine involves the opposite side and the hypotenuse, and we want the hypotenuse. Again, we have the unknown in the denominator, so we can switch sine 72 with H, and we find roughly the answer comes out as 13.46. Now I say roughly in both those cases, because if you do the subtraction, you're going to get a slightly wrong answer. If we use the exact numbers, 12.8 over sine 72 and 12.8 over tan 72, we don't get exactly 9.3. What we get is 9.29974, etc., etc. The reason this is important is that when you put that length for L into the equation, you're going to get 110.4987, not 110.5. So the answer is 110, and the units were centimeters, and that's the correct answer to 3 significant figures. If you have it as 111, you drop a mark at the end. It shouldn't be 110.5, it should be 110.4987, etc. And that will cause you to round it down. And you only really get this if you've used the exact values for the hypotenuse and the adjacent of the triangle in the question. So drop yourself down a mark if you get 111. Otherwise, the mark scheme's pretty clear about where you get the marks.